This is the Riot Podcast.
Get ready for some good stuff. That's all the horn stuff we have.
What's that?
That's all the horn stuff we have. You should. It felt like you didn't give enough.
Yeah.
Nope, never mind. That's all we get.
If you want more, I'm going to have to go digging through the libraries.
This is all he can do with himself, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I don't have any. I can't do impressions. I can't make voices. I can't anything. I can talk. This is all I'm good at.
So that's why you're just getting this podcast.
I think that we could argue about whether I'm even good at this. Honestly, and you know what? It's fine.
You're going to like what's featured in today's podcast.
Okay. In the podcast, we talk about the Netflix Godzilla show movie that's coming out next week. And here's what I forgot. Nikki messaged me and she's like, hey, did you see this? And I had, but I'd never talked about it on the show. And I could, I know nobody cares, but we talked about it anyway. And I should know this. I shouldn't have needed to say it on the air and then go, oh, nobody cares about this, because Josh Dyes, formerly of Showbread, a band that we haven't played in a long time, but we played for a long time. He and I almost never talk, but he's the only other person I know
that likes Godzilla as much.
Remotely cares about Godzilla.
Yeah.
So sometimes he will text me with a Godzilla related item, and sometimes I will do the same. So 2 nights ago, whatever, I texted him the info on this upcoming anime Godzilla movie. Josh Dye's response was, it's okay, I guess, or something like that.
Aww.
And I was just like, there it is.
That's how. Now, does he mean he's watched it already? Because it came out in Japan in November.
It has not been released on home video in Japan either.
There's just ways.
Yeah, I'm sure
there's ways.
He hasn't seen it.
He's just not interested?
He and I texted about it more, and he didn't even know about it, which I don't even...
Do you know what this sounds like?
What?
He's not interested in Godzilla anymore.
Well, but he is. He and I had a long text conversation about Shin Godzilla.
New Godzilla anymore.
Maybe, could be. I mean, that Shin Godzilla, was that 2 years ago?
That's old now.
Year and a half, something like that? All right. Well, okay.
You need a new Godzilla friend.
No, I don't. It's fine. I'll just continue to watch it alone in my basement.
It's fine. Well, enjoy that and other wonderful topics in this podcast.
Oh, we talk about Nikki's abuse of her dog. What?
That made me sad you say that.
What?
I don't. My dog sleeps in bed. He has great food. He goes out just for as long as he wants to. He's not like that at all.
Sounds guilty to me.
He has clothing.
Sure he does. Mm-hmm.
He has blankets.
Yeah.
His own blankets.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you know what it sounds like to me you're doing? You're trying to cover.
Covering up.
Covering something is what I'm thinking. Heated seats, pork rinds, hunting women, kissing at the Eiffel Tower, and never sleeping. Never sleep.
So if you have anything to add, please join us at Radio U Riot, our Facebook page. Post there if there's something you want to send us, or message us if there's an article you want us to cover for the show.
All right. You guys have a great... whatever today is.
Wednesday. Have a good Wednesday.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Baby's crying. Nails on a chalkboard. Your girlfriend saying, we need to talk. The worst of the riot. Yep, it really is that bad. On Radio U.
I love how when they're making, healthy food, they try to make it look like food that is good.
Delicious, you mean?
I've got this breakfast bar over here that I'm eating this morning, and I made it myself at home, and it looks like brownies. Who wouldn't want some brownies?
But don't be fooled.
Don't for a minute think. Again, if you came, you'd be like, man, he eat brownies for breakfast? This guy is killing it. That is a 2018 that I can wake up to. That's what I'm looking for.
But looks are deceiving.
Yeah, it tastes like...
I thought it was peanut butter on bread. Is it?
No. I put some almond butter on them because I was we're just going to dress this up a little bit.
Like icing.
Yeah, it's icing.
It's just, natural icing.
It's icing on my brownies.
That's right.
Because obviously that's what I've got over here is some brownies.
Well, I'm sorry to hear that's not it. It is fun, though, when you hear someone trying to promote a healthier brownie and all the code words in it that should really, like cacao and if they're using avocado in the brownie recipe, or black beans is another one. And you're like, oh, wait a minute.
Black beans to make it look brown like a brownie.
Because then then it'll look it, but when really deep down you know it is not the same.
Just to
or
be clear.
chickpeas, that's another one that always makes its way into like a brownie.
And you're just like, look, that's
It's not.
It's not what it is. So I just love, and in fact, it's not supposed to taste like it's not anything. It's just when I got done, I was like, these like brownies. Like, don't lie to me like that. Don't come in here looking like a brownie, and we all know you're going to taste like a paper towel. Like, what do you...
Well, that also could be in there, too.
It might. Like, you know what's a great source of fiber is you get yourself some paper towels and eat those because, man, I'll tell you, and they're freely available on counters everywhere. Take some from home. And
you never know what they might want you to put into it.
Chew on a paper towel. Want to feel more full? Start swallowing cotton balls. It's very good for you. It's great. It's not, by the way. I'm just throwing that out there. That's where you're supposed to laugh. Like, ew, except people do that.
It's real.
Yeah, it's real. So,
well,
yeah.
you just eat up, okay?
Yeah,
we got a big day today.
I'm going to get back to these faux brownies, so I'm ready to face the day, you know? My faux day.
It's a frownie. It's not a brownie, but it's a frownie.
It's a faux brownie. It's a frownie.
I think that could stick somehow.
The Riot with Obadiah.
Them honey buns and Cheetos done caught up with me.
The Riot with Nikki.
Yeah, she's a liar, because I don't know her. So whatever she says is a lie. So
The Riot, Radio U.
Hey, who is excited about that upcoming WWE match that I don't know about?
Well, is that why I've been seeing some tweets and Facebook postings?
Who's excited about it, right? Yeah. Well, the people at Next VR are going to give you an opportunity to attend a ringside WWE match, but it's free. At least from what I'm reading, it's free. So here's the idea. They're basically bringing the NBA and all these other ringside events, but they're bringing it to WWE. So you'll get an opportunity. They say they'll last about 10 minutes for you to be sitting there, and you'll feel like you're sitting in the crowd. You'll be able to look around and see people's faces and watch all the action happening ringside through the power of virtual reality. So, Nikki, would you like to go to a fake Whoa, it's like double fake.
It just comes out that way,
so
doesn't
much
it?
fake.
I think I would still lean towards more another type of sporting event
Okay.
to do virtual reality. Maybe a football game would probably top it before I would go do a wrestling event.
So, Next VR has done stuff for the NBA, the NFL, Wimbledon, and some boxing VR channels. They say they've even done concerts via Live Nation. So why is it that I haven't seen any of this? Oh, I see why. Because it's only available on Samsung's Gear VR,
That would be why.
Google's Daydream, or Microsoft Windows Mixed Reality. Oh, but in Sony PlayStation VR, what about my thing?
Yours is never done.
You know what, though? It is true. Like some of these really cool live event kind of things. I have an Oculus Rift for my PC.
Which is Facebook, so you think that they would be in on some of it.
Can't they work something out?
I don't know. I think the partnership's too strong with the other companies.
I guess. Well, with Windows Mixed Reality, I don't think I can use... we'll get into that off air later. I'll look into it. But that's the kind of stuff where, would I ever go to a WWE thing? No,
Probably not.
really. Okay. If someone gave me tickets, I would go. Would I pay for it? No.
But if they offered you a free virtual reality experience, you wanted to try
totally
it,
check it out.
and then they would maybe be hopeful that would turn you into a fan, and then you'd
Right.
start going to real ones.
And so I would totally check that out, see what that's like. They're like, you know what? You should sign up for the WWE app. You want to be part of all the excitement? No.
Actually, every time we talk about the WWE, then someone does say, "Oh, Obi, you should get the app," and they say you really would like it.
Yeah, you know what? I heard a wise man once say that at a very crucial point in your life, if you're a comic book fan or a wrestling fan, you reach a point where those are like compatible loves, and you either take a left turn to comic books or a right turn into wrestling.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I took the comic book turn.
Never looking back.
I mean, they're both about grown men in tights, but one of them's ridiculous and one of them's perfectly acceptable.
Unless you're outside looking at both of them at the same time, and
Well, I don't even know what that's like.
that's when someone doesn't even go down either road.
That's what I'm saying. I don't know
I
what
just
that's
walked
like.
right through both of them.
Those are people that are athletic and, popular and things like that. I like comic books. I'm not ashamed. Well, a little, but not all the way.
Sometimes a bad example is the best example. It's the worst of the Riot on Radio U.
Now, all statistics are suspect unless you can really dig in. And I'll tell you, they're not being massively forward-facing with all their stats here. But I still food for thought here from the Florida House Experience. They are a therapy and rehab group that is based in Florida. But what they took a look at is our time with selfies and what we do. Now, if, Nikki, you were to guess, let's say roughly 50% of women, how many selfies do they take before they're satisfied with their selfie?
Maybe, I don't know, 10 to 15.
Oh, no. They say 2 to 5 selfies. About 48% of women and 58% of men will take 2 to 5 selfies before they're satisfied.
Oh, okay.
And will post one.
I thought they were going to tell us it was more than that.
11 to 15 is in the 7% for women, 3% for men. 16 to 20, that's in the 4%. 21 to 25, 3%. 26 plus. 26 selfies before you're satisfied. That's about 3%.
That is, which you know a person if you meet them, if you look at their camera roll, because you're like, okay, well, that's what we're doing.
Pictures yourself. How about this one? How much time do you spend tweaking your selfie before uploading? So like in software.
Like adding a filter or something? Yeah. Oh, maybe 45, 50 seconds.
Yeah,
whatever it takes to find the one that looks the best complimentary.
44% of women, 51% of men spend 1 to 3 minutes tweaking a selfie before uploading.
That's about right.
4% of women, 3% of men, 20 minutes.
That's way too much. I think you can't possibly. At that point, you're using the retouching sort of apps, like you're trying to look thinner or change your makeup and stuff. Which
and they've got apps that do that?
Yes, they do.
I should download that.
They do.
I should put away these Frownies and get myself a good app.
Be aware that if you want to do that, it's going to take you like the 20 minutes.
I'm not that invested. So what about likes? The question they asked was, how many likes does it take for you to feel good about your selfie?
I don't take a lot of selfies. But if for a picture, I usually like to get around 100.
Okay, well... All right. Like you're saying, like when I put something on Instagram,
and
I
you're
want
like,
100.
Hey, great. It seems like people like it.
Okay. I feel that. That puts you in the 3%.
3%?
3% of women say that they need at least over 100 before they feel good about a selfie.
But again, we don't take a lot of selfies.
Right. But most people say between 2 and 20 likes, and they're happy with the outcome of a selfie. I can honestly tell you I've never even, I will pay attention if I take a picture of something like, man, how did this do? But I'm looking at it more from okay, this is a game. How did it do? Not this. These are the subjects that get better. And I play it almost like it's a video game. It's ridiculous. All right, but here we go. This is the one that I thought was really interesting. It's about body confidence. And they asked this question, do Americans become more or less confident about their bodies over time? No, that's not the one I want. There are a bunch, just to be clear, there are a ton of different stats in here. This is the one I like. Does your body compare favorably or unfavorably to images in the media? People say about 12% of women and 20% of men say it compares favorably.
But I think the rest of us are like, nope, it's not.
Yeah. Unfavorably, 50% of women said that, 36% of men. I go back and forth. Women, 28%, men, 28%. So I think I could say I compare unfavorably.
I think most people would.
I feel like that's fair. I mean, unless we're watching Teletubbies or something like that, then I feel
like, I'm looking good.
You know what? I feel good about where I'm at.
Away, guys.
I feel good about where I'm at right now. I do.
Normally we're not at
Are we
that.
on TLC? Is this 600-pound life? Okay, I'm comparing favorably to what's going on here.
Those are interesting, though, just to kind of compare to see how your stats are with social media.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it just goes to show you that if you take selfies, not only do a lot of people do it, but a lot of people put a lot of work into that selfie.
Well, you want it to look good.
Yep, you do.
And then that way you're like, I wish I looked that good.
I have no further comments. I'm just going to stop right there.
Let's take all of the most mind-numbing things the Riot has ever said and play them again.
It's a stupid idea, but I love it.
It's the Riot on Radio U.
So you know that there are certain parts of North America that are experiencing what you call winter. That's the time of year where temperatures are lower due to the angle of the earth and the sun and the rotation and blah, 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 and whatever, right? And you know that in those cold temperatures, they may say things to you like, please stay inside. You'll get frostbite within 30 minutes to exposed skin, blah, blah, blah. Well, have you ever thought about what that's doing to the pets around this nation?
Aww.
Well, I'll tell you what, Nikki,
you're supposed to bring them inside.
And they say to bring them inside. Jeff Campbell has been thinking about what that's doing to pets around the United States. He's running a GoFundMe campaign. And so he runs a kennel, and every day when he goes outside and takes care of the animals and whatever, he always goes out in shorts no matter what the temperature is, because he's trying to raise awareness about the fact that many people are leaving their animals out in the cold and their animals are freezing.
Yeah.
So he says that there have been 8 animals that have died so far, in the last couple of weeks.
Because people just leave them outside?
Leave them outside when they shouldn't. And so he has managed to raise about $2,000, and he's donated 900 of it so far to a couple of organizations, and these are in his area. He's in Mount Vernon, Ohio. So he's given to Knox County Animal Shelter and Knox County Humane Society, as they, of course, have shelters, and they take in animals that are out there.
And you know how a lot of times people like to get in each other's business? I think we need to be a little bit more vocal, too. Like, if you see someone and it's cold in your area and it's beyond the cold that should be, you're not just supposed to ignore if you see their pet outside. I don't know who you call or what you do, but you should do something.
You know what? I saw somebody on Twitter.
Get in their business.
Well, I saw somebody that was posting pictures on Twitter, I guess it was Instagram, of their dog out in the backyard. Like, he was...
My dog?
Was his name. His name was Rolo. He was out in the snow.
Hey, my dog likes to be out in the snow, and he's only out for like 2 minutes.
Okay. So somebody says something, it's like, oh, he likes the snow.
He does. He's got lots of fur, and he has a coat, so he's perfectly fine.
Mm-hmm. And everybody see what happened there? Everybody see it's make sure you call people out, and then as soon as we call somebody out, they're like, no, he likes it.
No, I mean if they're like, some people chain their dogs outside, or they're just out all day and all night.
Leash law, come on.
But he has to go out to the bathroom. That's all he was doing.
Nikki, if you loved him, I think maybe you would teach him how to use the facilities
inside,
and or build a custom facility for him inside.
So he at least has a choice. He doesn't have to go outside.
Just saying that not only did you send him out to the bathroom, but you took a picture of him while he was getting ready to go to the bathroom. Do you know how embarrassing that probably is for him?
He was sitting there
with
his friend, a neighbor dog. That was it.
So they went to the bathroom together, and you're like, great time to snap a picture?
No, they were just sitting looking at each other. No one was going to the bathroom.
Get outside. That's your bathroom. Get out there in the freezing cold and go to the bathroom. And by the way, I'm going to be taking pictures, so look pretty.
Okay. That all sounds really bad, and that's not at all how it was.
I'm sorry. I'm too real. Getting too honest here about it.
Just make sure if someone leaves your dog out all day and all night, you're doing something about it.
Okay. Like confronting a friend.
Oh, gosh.
Like, you mean like that?
He
or?
has to go out to the bathroom. What am I supposed to do?
You're supposed to help him stay warm by letting him go to the bathroom.
I bought him a coat that costs more than my coat. Mm-hmm. So he's fine.
Couldn't you have put that money towards a custom, pet potty?
Pet potty, outside potty?
Oh, it's inside.
I don't think we're zoned for that.
It's inside. They've got their own. You could take him. You're taking him for training, right? Train him how to use the toilet.
Okay. It's just for other dogs.
Okay.
That's serious. This is not.
Nikki's like, okay, keep other dogs warm, but my dog...
My dog is so warm.
Don't talk to me about it, okay? Okay.
The Worst of the Riot box set is now available nowhere because we know you wouldn't want it anyway. It's the Worst of the Riot on Radio U.
So let's talk about something great that Nikki texted me about last night, and I realized we haven't even mentioned it at all.
That's why I thought maybe you did not know, but I assumed you knew.
I forgot to tell everybody. New Godzilla movie next Friday. Woo!
Is it a movie or the TV thing?
It's a movie.
It's a movie?
This was all very confusing. So it's a Godzilla anime, and half of you all right, the whole room. Wait, come on, come back.
I have to sit here.
We
are happy to sit and hear the details.
Hang on, wait. It's coming to Netflix next Friday. But in Japan, this was like in theaters. You had to pay money, and if you think it's expensive to go to the movies here, you should see what people pay to go to the movies in Japan. And they'll put something in the theater, it's like 45 minutes long, and you'll have to pay $20, $30 to go see it. It's crazy. But it came out in November there, and this shows you how smart I am, I'm brilliant, obviously. I was so excited that day that I thought it was coming to Netflix that day, not realizing
all ready to go.
Yeah. So that was over Thanksgiving, and I was just like, man, new Godzilla today. I can't wait. I'm going to have to wait.
It's just January 19th.
Mm-hmm. So it's next Friday that it's coming to Netflix. So if you felt like there's just nothing good this winter, I never never have any fun.
I never have anything nice.
We never do.
Now you get a new movie next week.
Let's call it that. Let's just focus on it being a new movie.
You don't have to mention that's a Godzilla animated feature. I didn't think it was animated.
Yes, it is.
Based off the picture that I saw.
Mm-hmm. So it's animated. You know what? I watched there's a new 90-second trailer for it I saw last night, and I don't know. It looks pretty good.
I'm just going to look and see what else is coming out on Netflix this month.
What, this month? See if there's anything
Maybe there'll be something else next weekend, too.
Something good for you. All right, let's Google that. New Netflix, January 2018.
It's never anything else good.
You don't know? Okay, how about this? I saw the original Batman movie with Michael Keaton was on Netflix last night, and I know you're a huge fan of that.
Sure. I'll go back to Godzilla. I'll watch that.
The Godfather trilogy is now there. The Lethal Weapon quadrilogy.
The Comedians in Cars Getting Coffee stuff was on?
I did, and just like when it was on the other thing, I've said I'm going to watch it.
It was on Crackle. It's all the older episodes. It's nothing new yet.
Yeah. How about this, Captain Underpants, the epic movie? Oh, gosh. That's today, Nikki. That's today.
Get home now.
47 meters down. Wasn't that the movie about the shark thing?
Yes, that had been done for years.
Yeah, it was 3 years old, and they finally released it.
Because the one person's on that NBC show that kind of does well, that people like. That's a review right there that we just gave you. Did you like all that?
Yeah, that's the one. Young sisters Kate and Lisa travel to Mexico for a vacation filled with sun, fun, and adventure.
And then comes Godzilla! They're cross-promoting the movies.
Yeah, it's a thing. But no, that's that one. All right, let's keep going, Nikki.
We're good.
January 15th, 5 days from today, a 2018 Olympic Winter Games preview. All right, January 16th. Did you ever see Dallas Buyers Club?
I did not.
Okay, all right. We're going to keep going then. Keep going. How about Grace and Frankie, season 4?
Nope.
All right.
It's fine. We don't always have to find something.
You know what's sad? Here's this list from Variety of all these upcoming things coming to Netflix. Do you know what's not on the list for January 19th?
Godzilla.
Godzilla does not make the list. Oh, man.
It's not even what they feel is good enough for the list.
How about this? January 31st, Cars 3. Did you see Cars 3?
No.
Oh, man. All right. Well,
maybe I will watch Godzilla. It seems like there's nothing else.
The Riot is an award-winning morning show.
It's literally a medal for sucking. Now that is a medal for trying.
Okay.
Radio U.
So I'm thinking about going to the movies not today. It's going to end up being tomorrow. And I'm looking at a couple of theaters in the area where I can go. This theater has heated seats.
Well, that sounds nice.
Does that appeal to you, really?
I guess maybe not as much. It depends on how they control the temperature of the theater.
I think the idea of heated seats at the movie sounds terrible.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, it's because it's stuffy sometimes.
I mean, you know what? I guess I've never gotten in there and been like, man, this seat is so cold, I'm dying. But maybe I'm alone
I'm just
in
afraid
that.
I'll just fall asleep during the movie. If I'm in a recliner and it's heated, I'm just going to go to sleep.
I'm not going to lie to you. It's happened. I can think of, I don't even remember what the movie was, but it was one afternoon in the summer, and it was so freaking hot.
On.
It was so freaking hot, and I'd been outside all day, and I went in there, and I was like, yeah, and I put my feet up, and pretty soon I was like, man, I'm getting...
And then you're out.
Yeah. Let's just say that I didn't miss anything. It was fine. It's fine. It's no big deal. And, Nikki, with my movie pass, if I fall asleep in the movies, who cares?
I feel like you need to go to more movies. You went through all the trouble to get a movie pass, but you're not even using it.
Well, yeah, but in my mind, Nikki, I only need to go once a month. So, right now, I feel like the movie selection is weak. I'm trying to find things that I'm interested in. I just found out that Molly's Game is written and directed by Aaron Sorkin. That makes it a little interesting.
Kind of.
Yeah, so I was thinking about maybe that. I will tell you the showtime's not exactly convenient.
For your schedule?
No. I need movies that start around 2:30 or 3 because that's what time I'm done with the Riot.
Sure.
Actually, you know what I never thought of? I could go to, there's a theater I don't care very much for, but my movie pass works there. I could always go to that theater and watch a movie. Let's see what their showtimes look like. Perhaps a compromise. Maybe we found the answer. I don't know, maybe. But yeah, I was just wondering how you felt about heated seats.
It could be nice. Again, in the right situation.
The place that we really like to go to the movies, very close to the studio, where we are now. So
everything about it is a dump except for the seats.
Oh, dude, it's amazing. They have huge reclining seats, whatever. So their sister theater, which is closer to where I actually live, they did a big renovation this summer, and they've been advertising, hey, we have recliners too, blah, blah, blah. Okay, they put in the airline seat of recliners.
The thin ones?
Yes. The theater that is near us here at the studio.
Those are the big boy ones.
No matter what theater that you go into, they have huge, comfortable
They're
recliners.
Awesome.
So I go into this one by my house, and I'm just like, wait.
You're
what?
expecting it to be the same ones?
Why are these? It's the same theater chain. What are these? What is this? It is technically still a recliner, but, I'm going to have to lose 50 pounds just to get in here and be comfortable.
They say that, they want to try to get more seats in the theater, just like in an airplane. That's what they do.
What a disappointment that was.
I wonder if anybody's complained.
Well, if they haven't come here, they wouldn't know.
Know that there's other theaters that have bigger seats.
They wouldn't know. But
Which is why if you heated those things over there, the big seats, man, you bring a blanket and you're just out.
You're done.
Just taking a nap.
Well, I'll tell you that I have a tendency to go to the movies a lot during, say, our fundraisers. And I fell asleep during a fundraiser at the theater. It was a thing.
Well, you're enjoying the experience. If that means you need a little nap, then you're enjoying it.
Wake up. Could you guys turn it down?
I'm trying to sleep.
Honestly, I'm just here for this chair.
What I do is I'll just hold on to my bag or something and just pray that no one tries to steal everything while I take just a slight nap.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, okay, sure, why not?
The worst of the riot. Proof that you're already living in that dark future dystopia. Radio U.
Nikki, how much did you pay for your fake Air Jordans?
For my fake Air Jordans?
Yeah.
I don't have any, but...
Your fake Jordans? There's got to be we got to come up with a thing.
You mean like there's a Rolex or a Rolex, that sort of thing? You know what? I don't have any, but I assume people still pay money.
You don't have any?
Fake Air Jordans? No, I don't.
Come on, Nikki.
I don't have any.
Come on.
I don't like to wear sneakers like that.
All right, you got fake bronze. It's fine.
Okay,
whatever.
Right.
So she's down there at the fake Foot Locker. Fake locker? I like that one a little bit, but okay.
Faux locker?
Faux locker.
Thank you.
How about Fordens?
Oh, good one.
Kinda, but it still needs Air Fordens. See, it feels like Ford and not enough faux. Fodens? Nope. Okay. So, U.S. Customs and Border Protection says they have grabbed for themselves 400 pairs of Air Jordans at Dulles Airport. And think about that. 400 of them were coming through and going to be on sale. And you guys were going to buy them, and now you can't. Now you have to pay full price for real Air Jordans.
But I guess I wonder if you were a collector of the shoes, or maybe not even a collector, but you just wanted people to believe you had them. Are you okay with buying the fake ones? What's the difference in the price?
I mean, when I go to Mexico, I'm like, I want all the fake stuff, guys. Give me all the fake stuff I can find.
And that's a tradition when you go there.
Yeah.
But for the shoes... sometimes you want the real thing.
I don't know, but they value this shipment of 400 fake Air Jordans at about $55,000 worth of fake Air Jordans.
These people still pay money.
So at 400 pair, doing the math, that means $137 per pair. So that means that you would have, what does a pair of Air Jordans cost as they are? $200, $150, $200? So you would have paid $130 for fake ones?
But again, if you did not know you're paying for the fake ones.
But if they look, of course, I'm not a shoe aficionado, but they look pretty real.
Pretty real? You just can't tell.
The logo,
Here's something.
they got the logo right.
I feel like if you're buying it from a store, a reputable store, that maybe has more than one location, it's a better chance it's not going to be fake.
Yeah.
But if it's a friend of a friend, or if it's outside, if your transaction's done anywhere outside, then you might have a fake.
I met them inside the McDonald's. Because I refuse to make deals in the parking lot.
If anything was decided on online between Craigslist or Facebook Marketplace or anything,
can't trust it.
Probably going to be fake.
Why are you so untrusting,
And you might be okay with that,
Nikki?
because that's all that we get.
I don't know. It seems to me that they're probably made in the same factory, right? You know,
Close enough.
It's close. Look, Jordan looks like he needs to lose a couple pounds, but the logo's kind of...
Hey, all right, we're all trying to save money. Maybe that was your New Year's resolution, and you're like, it's fine, I'm going to buy the fake ones.
I'll tell you that the last time I was in Mexico, I did see some fake Air Jordans, and they looked like really good, and then you got up close, and you're like, guys, you just completely... This logo right here of Michael Jordan,
is
you
off.
Destroyed it. Like, this is a wreck. He's fat. Michael Jordan is not fat. You got to fix your logo, guys. Because other than that, you really had me fooled for a while.
As long as they assume they're going to stay on the feet, or just you're probably going to wear the fake ones.
Yeah, maybe that's it. You buy the real ones to store them and put them on display. The fake ones are for
You can
wear
wear out.
You actually might be onto something.
The Riot with Obadiah.
Oh, loneliness and cheeseburgers are a dangerous mix.
The Riot with Nikki. Shut up.
Oh, don't tell me to shut up!
The Riot on Radio U.
New details emerging. Breaking news, guys. Breaking news. Here's what we found out. Turns out that yesterday we did eat pork rinds.
We had a Riot food fight, Denmark edition, where we tried some snack foods that one of our friends brought back for us. And that is posted if you go to our Radio U Riot YouTube channel or our Radio U Riot Facebook page. You can watch the video there. And on our YouTube channel, a couple of people responded because we could not tell what the snack thing was.
Heck it was.
We thought it looked like pork rinds.
It did. And it smelled
But it smelled more
terrible.
fish, I thought.
I don't even remember what it smelled like. I just know that when I smelled it, I was like, this is so gross. Oh, my gosh.
It kind of smelled like, what's that, MDF or something?
Yes.
If you walk down that certain aisle at Home Depot or something along those lines. But we could only get Google to translate old-fashioned on the bag. But there was a couple other words, and it seems like people are saying that was pork skin with the fat still on it. So I think that's the soft and crunchy
Well, there
part.
goes my New Year's resolution.
It did not have pork skin. I don't like pork, so no wonder I hated it.
Oh, no. I mean, look, I'll have some sausage and some bacon. But pretty much anything else pork after that, I'm out.
And
I don't like pork
especially this.
chops. I don't like even like at Christmas, I'll make the exception for like a honey baked ham or whatever. And it's
the holidays.
It is, but it is. It's like, it's okay. I'm up for that. But if somebody comes at me and is like, hey, we're going to have ham for dinner. It's like, it's funny. I'm not going to make it. I really appreciate the offer, but like, this just hasn't panned out.
Well, what was funny is when we were done with the show, I put the stuff on the break room table, and Hudson, he's doing keto right now. And he's like, oh, is anything keto? And I was like, oh, I don't think so.
Who the heck knows?
That would have been fine
I don't
for
even
it.
speak that.
I think that the pork skins would have still been fine.
Well, something tells me they're probably still in there on the table.
We can find out.
So he can probably go ahead and help himself to some of those pork skins.
Yuck. But that is, if you want to see the rest of the stuff that we taste tested from Denmark, like I mentioned, you can watch the video on our YouTube channel and subscribe at Radio U Riot.
Yeah, dude. And thanks again to Jack for making that a possibility. We've got a South Korean taste test that's either going to happen later this week or next week.
We got
depending.
a box.
We just don't know. It's a
That
lot of
all
work.
looked like perfectly,
Delicious.
wonderfully delicious snack food.
Yeah.
And I think we can figure out what it all is.
I feel like if it was just snack food, we could totally do great in Asia. Where I start losing it is when we get into the fermented seaweeds.
Oh, I like that
and
stuff.
the seafoods.
Now, for pork, have you had pork rinds before?
I mean, a million years ago before I finally came to my senses.
Is it normally because it doesn't have fat, and so that was...
That was the soft part.
When
the
we
skin.
tasted the stuff yesterday, it was there would be little pockets of soft, squishy stuff.
No, I think pork rinds are pork skin.
It is pork skin, but it's not fat with it. Like, I don't think it has the fat on it.
Wait, look, first you put in pork rinds in Google.
Yeah.
Its first suggestion is pork rinds keto.
Oh, see, there you go.
For
Everybody
body-
wants to know.
Oh my gosh. Let's see. What snacks can you have on the keto diet for body? Like what? No carbs, moderate fat, and a crunchy sensation. Yes, you can have pork rinds on keto, at least according to the bodybuilding forums here.
Hudson, if any's left, you can have that. The Denmark pork rinds.
Count me out.
I wish we didn't eat that.
What?
I'm disappointed.
Oh, well, I mean,
That's what it was.
just one more thing to be
It could have
disappointed
been
about.
worse, though. Could have been way worse.
You don't have to apologize unless you've done something wrong.
Well, I'm sorry. I can't even think straight right now.
This is the worst of the riot. We're very, very sorry.
I'm going to need you to explain your reaction first.
Well, it's a small little tiny deer.
This is an old woman.
Yeah, but still.
Here's where we are. We're talking about Bertha Vickers. You guys know old Bertha?
Bertha is
Down in Morgantown, Mississippi?
She's about ready to celebrate her 100th birthday.
Yesterday.
And she's wearing camo.
She turned 100 yesterday, and she's getting a lot of attention because over the weekend, she went ahead and shot herself a deer.
Says she's an active hunter. She doesn't know why people are making a big deal about it, but at her age, she still goes out and she said, it was a doe. So
If I killed a big buck, I could see it, but it was just a doe.
it was just a tiny little deer.
Mm-hmm. As you scroll down, you can see all kind of stuff she's killed. Here's her killing a dead squirrel. Oh, excuse me. She killed the squirrel. She's holding the dead squirrel.
We got you.
Then here's her, She killed
ate the
herself a
squirrel?
couple of turkeys? Or is it just one turkey? Yeah.
One turkey, 2 legs.
Okay.
That's
all
what
right.
that is.
Oh, Nikki, you love a turkey leg. If I'm not mistaken.
I don't want to think about that.
That's where that turkey leg came from.
No, it's
Bertha,
not.
Bertha could be holding that turkey
Nope.
right now that
Mine
you
came
ate
from
at the fair.
Mine came from filler. Mine's not turkey, and it's not a leg.
If you say so, Nikki. But everybody's talking about the fact that they're amazed that 100 years old, she's out killing deer. And she used to go hunting with her husband. He died
2001.
Wow, like 17 years ago. She's still hunting.
She says she kept her passion for the outdoors, and she wants to keep doing that. She wants to fish more than last year, and she would love to kill a buck.
All right. You know what?
She can't hunt in the cold, she says, but she'll wait till it warms up.
When it warms up, she goes out and does some hunting. It's amazing.
I guess I appreciate someone who's a go-getter.
I do.
Okay, and that's doing something, and she's older, and she's still out there.
Well, I will tell you right now, I don't have any interest in going hunting now, let alone when I'm 100. But it's cool that she's still out there doing things.
Seems like she's always been and someone who's enjoyed hunting.
Yeah, is out there making things happen. So I just need to decide, I need to figure out
What you want to do?
Yeah.
Even when you're 100?
Man,
It'd still be this.
I had somebody ask me, was it Sunday night? They were like, well, give me one thing that's on your bucket list. It's empty.
It's an empty bucket.
I don't have anything on my bucket list.
Nothing you want to travel to, see, get,
Nikki, you know how
experience?
I've told you I struggle with nihilism. So no. That's what I mean is existentialism. So the idea is so it's like, well, put it on your bucket list. Don't you want to go see Japan? Yeah, and what will it profit me?
What bucket?
I can't. It's not a good time of year for me to answer those kinds of questions. But
wait until after January.
Yeah, hit me up in mid-March.
No, we're going to put Japan on there. We will put it because it's on mine.
Okay, that's fine. We'll put that on the list. I want to visit Japan. Okay, there we go.
Perfect.
I got a bucket list.
And you
now.
want to go see the Gundam thing?
I want to kill a deer by the time I'm 100.
That's not on your list.
It's actually not on my list. I'm not really interested. I mean, if the deer... the only thing I want dead is what I'm picking up at McDonald's.
Whatever that might be.
Speaking of which, we should talk about lunch later because I forgot to pack.
I feel like it would be us. This is the equivalent of us still doing a morning show, even if we're in the home and no one's listening, but we're still doing it. We're still talking.
I've been thinking about getting a better microphone to use in my basement.
I think you should.
Yeah, so I mean, it's
you can
the
do
same.
your at-home stuff and your at-work stuff.
It'd be the same. I'll still have the same 2 people listening, and it's going to be, I'm excited about it. Stand by for the future of a new Obadiah podcast, what it's like to be 100 and happening.
You're hearing it for the first time, and it sounds terrible.
It's the worst of the riot on Radio U.
Now, look, if you guys have listened, I say long enough, but it would only take 2 days. You would you would have figured out that Nikki and I, we have a love-hate, throw things at while embracing kind of relationship with Hulu.
Well, no, we don't have any relationship.
Now, Nikki, you say that, but what you don't know is that right now Eric's at home signing up for another free month.
No, I cancel that. I try because I talked about this a few months ago. I saw a Reddit forum. I wanted to watch this old show that wasn't streaming anywhere, and someone said it was streaming there. I didn't check. I didn't pay attention. And so I signed up for the free trial, and it wasn't actually on there anymore. And I never watched anything else.
You wanted to watch Monk.
Yeah. And Eric watched, I think, like the Rick and Morty for a bit.
Yeah.
But then even that, we were just done with Hulu, and I canceled it like 1 or 2 days in.
Well, even on today's show, we've mocked it intensely because I don't know if you know this, but they won a Golden Globe. But in the middle of all of that, they also yesterday announced that they have hit 17 million subscribers.
Mm-hmm. Active ones? Current? Like, have they had it's all how you say things.
I really wish that you guys could see Nikki's face when I tell her that. Are you
No, because they say, like, we have had 17 million. And so then I would have even counted as one.
Actually, you know what?
Or is it active 17 million current paying subscribers?
Let's dive into the digits.
Let's see what they're saying.
They said that in 2017, they ended 2017 with more than 17 million U.S. subscribers. Okay, so that counts their live TV service and just their kind of video on demand service.
Sure.
Okay, they say that that's up 40% over the last 18 months. So they said in May 2016 they had 12 million, and in 2017, did I say 2016?
You did.
See how I'm not good at this? They had
the details.
12 million, but they ended 2017 with 17 million.
Sure.
Now, from the wording, I can't tell if that means that over the course of the year,
that's what they're saying.
If you added everybody together,
it'd be 17
million people.
It's not like at the end of the year we currently have 17 million subscribers. It's not that.
That may be. You'll have to dig in and see.
I don't want to.
Well,
good for them, though. I would want any company to do well.
I'm just saying they're doing better.
Sure.
Like, it's becoming a thing.
I wonder if people are enjoying the live TV sort of thing.
I have
if you
thought
cut cable,
about it.
If you cut cable and you actively watch network television, well, Hulu's a better choice than Netflix would be or any other service because they do a lot of actual network television. You
know, Nikki, I have an over-the-air DVR that I've built at home. And
you can do that, too, but most people don't have over-the-air DVRs.
Most people don't do that. I know. I'm one of those nerds. But Hulu seems to be okay. I think at the end of the day, all of these conversations of how many people use Hulu and how many people use Netflix and where are you getting your on-demand, I think that these are so 2018.
Yeah.
Because in 2019, when that Disney service comes out, everybody will be like, I don't care about anything. I'm just getting that.
And I think, honestly, our disappointment in Hulu just reflects our disappointment in shows in general. So we just don't like too much TV that's out there.
I really do have a hard time finding something I like
just
to watch.
Just how it is.
And I don't think it's them. It's me. It's me.
Might very well be.
It's me.
Me
I just
too.
I've become a TV snob.
Grumpy guy.
Yeah, everything I start, I'm like, okay, and they're going to get together and blah, blah, blah. All right, I just mapped the whole season. I don't even want to watch it.
My favorite part of the worst of the riot, when they shut up and the music starts. It's the worst of the riot on Radio U.
Did you guys hear about Juliana from California? She was in Paris, the city of lights, the city of love, Nikki. And she met somebody at the Eiffel Tower.
Oh, I saw this story.
Gavin.
Yeah.
And she kissed him.
Well, she had been on a trip. I couldn't catch if it was like just a friend trip or something or a school, but with a bunch of girls. And her goal for this was when she gets to the top of the Eiffel Tower, she wanted to kiss somebody.
Uh-huh.
And it didn't seem like anybody in the group was going to work out. She got to the top of the Eiffel Tower and they tried to like stake out and try to find somebody.
Yeah.
And this guy seemed to be fitting what they were looking for.
She said he was gorgeous.
And
so,
he agreed to kiss her.
Yeah, so she did. And she's been searching for him because her heart is just so overwhelmed. Now, before we get to the outcome, because she did find him, this story reminds me of another story that a friend of mine had. You always meet people in extreme circumstances and you think they're the best. So she went to a wedding.
Yeah.
Out-of-state wedding. And met this guy who was also from out of state. And she came back and she was like, I met the most amazing man. Now, she used the word man. And right away, I was like, I've never met a man before. Can you tell me what he was like?
What is this?
I mean, I know a lot of boys. Myself, I'm, a bit childish. Tell me about this man that you met. She was like, we danced all night.
Oh, yeah.
And we talked, just on and on about how all this romantic, whatever. And she's like, and I'm going to see him. I'm flying to his home, whatever. And I remember thinking like, I don't know. this doesn't.
Sometimes it's the magic of the moment.
I started thinking, like, I'm not sure it's going to work, but like they went so excited. Like, I mean, walked on air for weeks
Sure.
Off of this experience, went to see him, came back, and then it was like seeing them for the first time in like a month. It was like, wow, you look normal. How'd it go? And outside of the amazing dancing and wedding and everything,
then it was real life.
It turned out the man was not really quite the man that she thought he was.
Well, that happens.
It happens more times than not.
For this, it was kind of more like, yes, it's the magic of the moment of being at the Eiffel Tower in Paris, and you just wanted a kiss at the moment.
And, well, she was like, we have to.
They did not exchange information because of the craziness at the end, and so people suggested, well, start looking to see who tagged at that time. See if maybe he posted a picture and you can find his Instagram or something.
And they found him. And he has a girlfriend.
I was surprised at that. It's like, why are you kissing somebody?
Well, that's what I thought. It's like, dude, now your girlfriend knows you were kissing some girl in Paris.
But if you watch the video, it's not like a kiss, 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 kiss. It was more just like, here's a friendly kiss.
Smoochy.
Kind of like that.
Yeah.
But if I was his girlfriend, I would have been mad.
What the heck are you doing?
And everybody found out about it. So
well,
it became worldwide news.
That's a great thing where he's like, I kissed some girl in the Eiffel Tower. Nobody's ever going to know. Oh, my gosh.
Everybody knows.
It's on the cover of everything.
He might have a girlfriend like as in yesterday, but no guarantees that'll last forever.
Oh, I don't think he has a girlfriend today.
I would not be like, bye.
So you know what she should do? She should fly out and spend time with him.
And get to know him?
Get to know the man she met at the Eiffel Tower.
It sounds romantic.
It does, until you live in real life. And
Blame it on movies, though. That's why we feel that way.
Well, you know what, Nikki? They'll always have Paris.
I know. You hate the Riot. Why are they on the radio?
Stupid. Yeah.
Honestly, we can't trust them with anything else. It's the Riot on Radio U.
So tired. So tired. Like, is there something physically wrong with you? Do you need to see a doctor? Because I think something's wrong with your eyes.
It's the first full week of the whole year.
I know, but okay. That's true. But then we should be having this conversation on Friday.
No, it's Wednesday. This is right when it hits you.
Right, but last week we had 4 days.
Uh-huh.
So shouldn't we have been like last Thursday? Like, I feel like I'm going to die inside.
No, I had real trouble yesterday. I felt like it was Thursday all day. And it wasn't. It's like, no,
rough.
It is Tuesday, and now it's Wednesday, and we're nowhere closer to Friday.
I don't know what's worse, like feeling that Tuesday is Thursday or the fact that I don't even know what day it is.
That also happens a lot.
Just like, what day is it?
Next week, we have Monday off,
yes.
So it gets even more messed up.
But I'm working Saturday, so I mean, it's cool.
Totally messed over.
Don't worry about it. Everything's going to be just all messed up.
Well, I feel you, though. It definitely is tiring.
Yeah, but I feel great. It's working, right? Everybody feel good? Great. I don't know. Like, are you sleeping okay at night?
I'm still on my Christmas break hours.
How can you still be working? How can you live? How can you live?
I don't know how I am. And I've taken out the afternoon nap because I also started that last week.
No, you can't.
But I can't keep having a nap because then I stay up late. So now I'm just staying up late. But I'm not having the extra sleep.
Yeah,
but I know my body will get into it once eventually it'll understand what we're doing.
Oh, I've been doing afternoon coffee. That you can't do that.
You got to get off that too. What are you doing?
Stop. I'm desperate, okay?
I know.
I'm desperate, all right? I learned it by watching you. All right?
Saw that one coming.
Oh, my gosh.
It's fine. Guys, we're fine.
All right, because like, here's the thing that's happened to me, too, is like now my new thing, this is like my new trick. I wake up at 3 a.m.
Yeah.
For fun.
Just to see what's going on.
Or I'm just like, hey, it's 3 a.m. You guys ready to get up and get going?
I've been doing that at 4.
Just
get up. I look out the window. I'm just like, whatever.
Well, maybe we need this. I'm looking at the Ebb. The Ebb is this thing. It's like a face mask. And what you're going to do with the Ebb is you're going to put it on your face. That's where it gets its name. And the Ebb is supposed to basically pump
you up.
Yes.
Or oxygen in you?
No, it is a cooling mask. And so the idea is that you put it on your forehead, and they say that by passing this like cool, it's like liquid cooled, but it doesn't feel like liquid. It's just cold to the touch. But by lowering the temperature in that part of your head, it's going to lower that temperature in that part of your brain.
No, and you might not wake up.
That's going to help you sleep.
So what is it called again?
It's called the EBB, E-B-B. So you ready for EBB, Nikki?
I guess. I mean, that's what I do. I try to keep one foot out from the blanket.
I do that too.
And it keeps me cold, which is good. Like, that's the part I don't want to get hot.
I do feel like temperature is part of my problem. Like, when I wake up at 3 o'clock in the morning, I'm like, I'm so hot.
Yeah, so.
And then I take my blankets off, and then I'm like, it's freezing. So then I put my sheet on, and I'm like, well, this is kind of okay, but it's not as comfortable as I want it to be. Put the blanket on, fall back asleep. 20 minutes later, it's so hot. And that's my cycle.
So for the EBB, they're saying maybe even if you're waking up, but mostly if you have insomnia, like if you're not falling asleep in the first place. So if you have racing thoughts and you can't turn your mind off, the cooling will help turn your mind off.
Okay. Okay. Do they say anything about the 3 a.m. wake up?
It's mostly for insomnia. So if you're trying to sleep and your mind won't shut off.
Sleep.
Not necessarily because you woke up at 3 a.m.
My body won't sleep. I'm begging it. I'm like, just to be clear, like at 8 a.m., my body has no problem sleeping. It's just, at night when it's supposed to.
This is if you just have a hard time falling asleep and then you need to get into a deeper sleep. Let's just stop. We'll just keep talking about sleeping.
The thing is, like, I have a hard time falling asleep, like when I'm supposed to. Yeah, but I mean, like right now, what do you think?
Do you get like this?
60 seconds to 90 seconds, maybe?
Do you ever get like this? My body, I feel so tired that I feel like it's revved up, like I'm just
absolutely
one click away from losing it all.
But the other thing
I'm
is,
so tired.
But here's my concern, is that I'll say to myself, like, you need to calm down, let's take a deep breath, you're doing fine, and I'll be doing that. And then I think, if I relax too much, I'm gone. Like, I'm not going to be able to be like, hey, are you ready for that thing we were going to do? And I'm just...
I think we're all feeling this. We're all just getting back into schedule, okay? Yeah. That's all it is. No one panic. It's not that bad. We're going to get some sleep eventually.
What I think is going to happen is I figure by March, I should be doing pretty good, and then it'll be time for the time change.
And you'll just get all messed up again.
But I think, like, where I feel like I'm really going to hit my stride is, like, early to mid-May is when I think I'm going to be back and, like, really... 100%. And I should be good. I should be good through the first to second week of October.
Oh, now that you have something to look forward to.
All right, guys. So just bear with me over the next 5 months.
Or perhaps look into one of these cooling masks. It seems like it might be something that could help.
What I need somebody to come into my room. And you know how, like, when you go into surgery and there's a guy, their whole job is just monitoring.
They hold your hand.
Well, they're the anesthesiologist.
Yes.
I need somebody, their job, they don't have to administer drugs, but they have to monitor the temperature both above and under the blankets at all times. And then they're making adjustments as needed.
So you don't wake up.
Sounds great. Anybody want to volunteer? It's not a paid position right now.
That would be weird.
The worst of the riot is over, but the fun can keep going.
Hey, I saw you checking out my goods.
Check the Riot blog or stalk us on social media.
You want to sample them? A little try before you buy, huh?
Through riot.radiou.com.
I managed to drop my load where I was supposed to.